Hey everybody, Frugal Farmer here. Just ran across this knife my cousin had given me. He's my third cousin. In fact, his granddaddy and I are first cousins. His daddy and I are second cousins, and that makes him my third cousin. Yeah, we know stuff like that in North Carolina. I gave him this John Wayne knife. I don't use it, it's too nice to use. But I always liked John Wayne. I watched interviews with him, and he didn't chew his words twice. John Wayne made 142 pictures. 83 of his movies were westerns. His last movie was The Shootist. John Wayne was also fluent in Spanish. Maureen O'Hara, which was one of his frequent co-stars, after his death, she was being interviewed, and the interviewer steered some questions about John Wayne. John Wayne was not in the military. He could not serve, and the interviewer was questioning her, and she said she knew, but she never would tell. He said, well, John Wayne's dead. And she said, yeah. She said, but I'm still his friend, and said, I'll never tell it. And she never did. I always admired that lady for that. She's a beautiful woman, too. John Wayne was married 3 times and had 7 children. Columbia Pictures bought the movie rights to Gunfighter, and Harry Cohn, who was over the studio at the time, wanted John Wayne to star in it. John Wayne turned him down because Harry Cohn had been out of sorts with John at one time. Never would do a film for him. While John Wayne was making The Conqueror near St. George, Utah, 91 of the crew at some stage in their life developed cancer. There was nearby nuclear tests going on, and they think they were poisoned by radiation from that. Some even asked John Wayne if he thought his cancer was from that same situation, but he'd had lung cancer and had a part of a lung removed, and then stomach cancer eventually killed him. But he attributed his cancer to his 6-pack-a-day cigarette habit. His last movie, The Shootist, you recognize a lot of those guys in there. John Wayne had a tendency to use his friends during different parts of his movie. And Richard Boone was in there, if you remember. Richard Boone was in his other movies. And I always liked John Wayne. The movies had a moral to them, and there weren't a lot of coarse, vulgar language in there either. I think my favorite movie, though, is John Wayne and The Shootist, where he's on that prairie, and Robert Duvall's on the other side of him, along with some other guys. I don't remember who they were, but I remember Robert Duvall. They came charging at him, and just like, he knew he probably wouldn't make it, but he was going to let him know he'd been there. He just went charging across that prairie with those reins in his mouth, ready to fight. Still got a bunch of his movies and still watch them. What's your favorite movie? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for stopping by. Come back again when you will. Share, comment, like. Hit that subscribe button. God bless.